Girl, whatever Diamond Girl by Seals and Crofts, and I like that song. So it's a nice chill song, and so on. So I'm a Diamond kind of girl.
I like that. I would encourage everybody to actually go to the local cafes during the Gemini
Yeah,
season, connect with local people,
right.
get the coffee, the drink, stroll, just, go to local park or pub and just enjoy. Get to know your neighbors, get to know your community,
And I was
right?
walking
That's all
as I was
Gemini
walking
does.
home. I ran to a neighbor who this gentleman was always so quiet. And over the months, I dare say maybe a year, I would just say hi to him, just let him have his space. And now he's chatty. He said, "Oh, I'm here in town this weekend. Hope maybe I see you." And and we just have a nice chat. And I remember he told me he went to see his father and his brother, and it's just understanding a different personality type. And I gave him his space to actually unfurl who he was,
I like
which
that.
was something for me to learn too, is not to be so, gregarious. Let people just, let people breathe and actually out because we can pounce on people. We're like, ah, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to just sort of let people, acknowledge people, let them be seen, and then let them come to you and meet you when they can.
Yeah.
And he's a good example for that for me. Very good example.
It was so funny. One of my friends from astrology friends, Katrina, Astro Katrina. So she had like a poll. Do you find Geminis too much, or you can handle them? And like 59% said it's too much.
But yeah, yeah, we have to tone down. We do have to bring it in because we can not all Geminis, but I find the Geminis who are fully engaged with their Geminian personality can be a lot. We can be a lot. Hmm.
So be mindful, and that's another thing. That's really really good. Well, it is so many things are happening right now, JeMaja. Like this week, like upcoming 7 days, guys. It's excellent. It's. I'm so excited. I don't know. Uh, I, I was talking to somebody the other day and said, you know what? They asked me, why are you so? How come you're so positive about this upcoming 2 weeks? You are so. I said, you know what? If you want to do something negative, go somewhere else. I find that my mission is to
Yes.
uplift people and inspire them in the next 2 weeks because we had such a tough winter and spring,
Oh my goodness.
and we can have a break. We deserve
Hmm.
a break. Not everything has to be gloomy and doomy, and the world is still not perfect. Things are still happening that we don't like, but we can, in this next couple of weeks, really take at least some kind of sense of control of our lives
Yes.
and do
Yeah.
something for ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if universe is aligned, why
Oh,
not? We can be
I am
gloomy about it.
public.
Who
Yes.
cares?
Yes. Exactly.
So let's start from beginning. Today we are entering the balsamic moon phase.
Oh,
Uh,
we're coming to the dark of the moon. Hmm.
it's that's my moon phase. I was born with the balsamic moon phase, so I kind of like it. It
Okay.
it, it also gives me opportunity for my brain to kind of stop, slow down, and let me just reflect
Hmm.
and gather my thoughts, pull everything together. So what do I need for another cycle? So for my Gemini brain, it's very good to have this kind of couple of days. Okay, let's make a new to-do list. Let's see, what are we letting go, going through some, my thoughts, and it kind of calms me down. So it's good for everybody to use this balsamic moon to kind of
I see.
reorganize,
Yeah.
reshift,
Power
tone.
down a little bit. Yeah.
So
Go on simmer.
yeah, so balsamic moon is going to start with Aries, but it's going to be in Taurus. So Taurus by itself it's slowing
Hmm.
down, right? So I think we really need to kind of be more into our body, into our senses, not into our mind. And because when Gemini new moon comes in and Mercury goes into Gemini on
Will
Sunday,
be in the mind. Yes.
will be everything, right? So use this weekend to be in nature if you can. It's Taurus moon. Okay, so moon is she's going to go in Taurus on Saturday, so tomorrow 2:40 p.m. Eastern time. So use this weekend to be in the nature, to be in your body. Go get a massage. I don't enjoy some food. Just relax and enjoy some nice times. I don't know, just Korean
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and
So
we're having a holiday here, Jasmine, in the United
Mhm.
States. It's Memorial Day, so this is a
Yes.
long holiday weekend. So most people off. Even some people took off today or left early. On my job, would always close half day on Fridays. Monday's a holiday. Tuesday you drag in, or maybe you have a cough and can't make it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Got this big, you got a little cough coming on, and you got to stay
yeah,
home
yeah, yeah,
for.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? So I think it's going to be that way. I feel the energy because after what we've been through, we've all been working through. We've been working on some stuff. I think I'm sensing when I'm sensing around in my at least in my
Mhm.
general area that people are calming down and ready to take in a little bit of a slower pace, a more grounded pace, and
But just
put
this
aside
week,
all
Rabaja,
just this week.
just
Oh,
this weekend, just this weekend. After that, we are losing all the earth
oh,
and we are done.
and there's air and fire. It's all air and fire.
All on fire after that. So that's why I think it's very good that we use this weekend to kind of
Very
prepare
good.
ourselves for a new
Yes.
cycle with family and friends and just nature and just go on a picnic or, do something, just have fun and relax, don't stress. Make sure that you kind of recharge your batteries because when it hits the new moon and after that, we are going for a 2 week of a fast speeding ride. Everything is air and fire.
Right.
It's going to be go, go, go. So let's start with tomorrow. So tomorrow we have three things. Moon, she's changing sign into Taurus. So it's going to be just, because she was in Aries last couple of days. We were kind of, wanting to finish up. As you said, it's a long weekend in the
Mm-hmm.
US. We had a long weekend last week. We had a Victoria Day.
Victoria
We,
Day.
cel-
What's that? What's that about?
we celebrate the birthday of Queen
Queen
Victoria.
Victoria. That's right. Okay. Okay.
Celebrate her
Oops.
birthday. So we had a long weekend last week. Uh, so just, get everything done. Now it's time to relax. Oh, I love that. I love that
Oh, I
effect.
didn't. I touched
I
something
don't know.
again. I didn't mean. I don't know what something happened 'cause I didn't
I
shoot.
think you press those three stars or something.
Yeah, let me see. 'Cause sometimes that bothers people. Let me see if I can get rid of it. Hold on. I don't
I
know what
like
I
it.
could
It's good.
do.
You put a spotlight on
Yeah,
you. I like it.
but oh, I think I did. I know what I did. Yes, I think I did in the comments here. Okay. Okay, you
So,
keep on
so
going. I'll
tomorrow,
try to figure this out.
yeah, don't worry. So tomorrow we have the moon in Taurus. Then we have Sun trine Pluto. That is a beautiful feeling of empowerment, uh, of getting a sense of control. I don't say, we are in control. Or like the little hearts.
The hearts. Too. Yeah. Try to find something different. It's okay. Now that's distracting. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Try to find something that's not distracting. Okay, let's do that. That's not distracting. Okay.
Okay, it's good. Okay. So Sun trine Pluto, and they're both in air signs. So it's Gemini and Aquarius. Such an excellent opportunity to gather with your community and friends. And I said, you could go do something, go for a picnic, or do something nice. Have a good food, like have like a nice food party. Like it's Taurus moon, it's balsamic. You need to kind of wrap it up. Um, Sun trine Pluto is beautiful. I have this in Italy, so I'm happy. I was blessed with that. So you kind of all the crises and traumas that you go through with Pluto, with that aspect, you kind of easily, not easily, but you kind of can move forward, right?
Okay.
More empowerment. Uh, Also tomorrow, so this is all Saturday.
Wow.
We have um, uh, Mercury uh, conjunct Uranus. So this is like a electric. When Mercury and Uranus are both about our mind, and it's like
Yeah. Yes.
it's
It's a
time for
lot of buzzy, a lot of buzzy zapping. Yeah.
yes. So I think because it's in Taurus, we can feel tingles in our body. We can feel
Oh,
more tingles. We have this electricity shocks more.
yeah.
When you touch something, you can
Yes.
find
Yeah.
that like physically. But on a mental level, it's about new ideas, breakthroughs, brainstorming. If you want to, literally, if you want to gather with some friends and just brainstorm about something or talk about something is something you want to do, something new, exciting, innovative. It's a great day.
Mm-hmm.
So you can also we can also hear some shocking news,
Mm-hmm.
some unexpected, some surprises on the other hand. So
Okay.
we watch the news, watch the space, as Anne says, so we'll see what happens. So we can expect that as well. Also, watch out in traffic, just because
Yes.
it can be. you know,
People aren't
just
paying
watch out.
attention. People aren't focused. Yes.
Um, yes, yeah, just also pay attention in traffic, just because, you also, your reactions, you're going to be, you know, you might react a little bit, yeah. So we need to calm down our nervous system. I think, again, nature, whatever, everything I mentioned applies to that as well. And the big news is that Saturn is going into Aries.
Aries, Saturn to Aries.
29 years. So think about it. What was the 1996,
How
1997?
many
He
years
was in Aries.
ago? How many years ago?
29.
29?
29. Yes.
29?
Yeah.
Wow.
Every
Oh,
29,
Saturn.
he goes back.
Saturn. It's like a Saturn return. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
So think about 96, 97, what happened
Mm.
then. But so what I
Mm-hmm.
like about this, because he's going to support the sun, all this Gemini energy. So we're going to have a lot of Aries and Gemini energy. Like most planets are going to be Aries and Gemini, almost every just 3 knots. So
Okay.
it's a lot about inspiration. Like it's about
Yes.
new ideas,
Yes.
discoveries. So think about Aries is new, discovery, new idea, innovative, something new, something exciting, something bold. I think we are invited to be more bold and courageous about putting our ideas and thoughts
It's
into action.
action. And it's communicating them. Yes, because of
Yes.
the air, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, very
So
good.
yeah, so it's just about self-expression. What message do you want to convey? How do you want to do it? Written form, oral form, you want
Mm-hmm.
to talk to somebody, you want to, write a message, an email, a phone call, a text, social media, whatever ways, but I think it's a great thing. So we'll talk about it more a little bit. So Saturn is going to give us more focus, more self-discipline, more. He's gonna, how Gemini energy can be scattered. With this sextile from Saturn, it's gonna give us more structure to our
Okay.
thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's gonna help us with that, like focus, structure, and then we are gonna be able to kind of narrow it down and pursue one or two. With Gemini, always two. Okay,
Right. And that's in play this weekend, you say.
that's all Saturday. I'm still on
It's still
Saturday,
Saturday.
so that's all
Good. I just
tomorrow.
want to just say that. Just want to make sure everyone who's
Yeah,
listening
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
knows
know.
it's still.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um, I know um, the moon in Taurus is not the happiest because she's gonna square Pluto in
Oh,
Aquarius. She's gonna
oh,
square Leo in Leo, Mars in Leo. So that's it's extra important that we nourish our moon, because she's going to be a little bit attacked, not comfortable.
oh.
So we're going to need to nourish her. That's why
Mm.
um, just do Taurus things this weekend. Slow down for a bit, because we still feel there's a lot of Aries and Gemini energy. We really want to do it fast. Just be mindful this weekend. Slow down, and then when we come to next week, then you can let yourself loose and
Yeah,
and go wild.
that's
Okay.
right. Yeah, take a nap this weekend every once in a while. Take a nap
Yes.
to settle yourself.
Take a nap.
Settle
Yes.
yourself. Settle yourself a little
Yes.
bit. Yeah.
Yes. Um, on Sunday, Mercury is entering Gemini. Isn't that beautiful? He's at
Yes.
home, going to Gemini. All these planets in Gemini. We have Jupiter. We have Sun, now Mercury. They're all gonna be now more active. Now even Jupiter is gonna be more
Mm-hmm.
active, because if you notice in the last 2 weeks, when Mercury was in Taurus,
Right.
there were less hectic news. There were some, there was always some, but I think it was less than usual. It was just more. So now it's going to go against speed. So it's going to be a lot of fake news, a lot of news,
Oh.
and we're going to hear a bunch of stuff now again.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I said, prepare for the ride.
Okay.
Because Saturn just went into Aries the night before. When Mercury goes into Gemini, they're going to meet in a sextile. It's going to be Sunday night, just before 10 p.m. Again, so this is giving us structure of our thoughts, of our ideas. I love that. I think we need this at the moment, because it's actually going to help us in the long run. Saturn is always about long runs, and what do we want to achieve?
It is the
In the
long
long
game.
run.
Yeah, Chronos is the longer thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's the weekend. And when
Okay.
then we start Monday, from Monday until the 8th of June.
All right.
I don't know, I did a short video last week about this. All the planets in our solar system are supporting the sun. All of them except Uranus, which is not touching it. So imagine this. We have Sun in Gemini. It's going to be trine by Pluto. So that's a flowing energy of
Mm-hmm.
feeling empowered and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
just more psychologically strong
Right.
to do things.
It is.
We're going to have a sextile from Neptune in Aries. So the Sun and Neptune are in so there's an opportunity to live our dreams, to go pursue our vision and dreams. Okay. Especially if Neptune in Aries, be bold and courageous to do it. Uranus is not doing anything to the Sun, so they don't see each other. Uranus is in Taurus, Sun is in Gemini, so
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
good news. So there's no disruption, no
Mm-hmm.
chaos,
Mm-hmm.
no things. He just decides. Then we have Saturn, and Saturn is just came to Aries. So as I mentioned before, he's going to sextile the Sun, giving it more structure and support, solid foundations, and and focus and self-discipline in whatever we do. Okay,
Okay.
it's actually excellent time if you want to start some exercises or some sports. Just because Saturn is in Aries, is going to give you the
Oh, that
ability to
momentum.
pursue,
Yes. Yes. Okay.
right? Then we have Jupiter in Gemini and Sun is in Gemini, so they're together. They're not going to meet, but they're still the same sign. So Jupiter is also supporting the Sun with growth and expansion and optimism and joy. Then we have Mars in Leo, sextiling the Sun as well. So it's a very creative energy. So imagine your creative thoughts, your creative writing, creative ideas. It's all supporting, put them into action. Venus is still in Aries. She's sextiling the Sun, giving it more passion to do everything with more passion and drive and pursue your desires. Now it's time to pursue your desires with all this passion that she has in Aries. That Mercury is in Gemini. He's going to conjunct the Sun anyway. So there's like it's ruling the Sun. Just giving our thoughts, and
Mm-hmm.
it's going to go, it's going to be aligned, what we think
Mm-hmm.
and how we say it. So imagine all these planets are supporting the Sun in the next 2 weeks. I don't know when this happened last time. It's beautiful.
It
Like
is. It
imagine having
is.
that.
Yeah.
So it's a 2 weeks of
Right.
opportunities of. So it's time to put the fishing rods in the sea. That's
Mm-hmm.
the most, just go there, send those emails, knock on the door, talk to people, connect, whatever you need to do. Say that person that you love them, say that you want to go on a date. Be brave. Ask that person to go
Oh,
out,
that's so
and just
sweet.
do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yes. Just do it. Yeah. Have the right.
There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing stopping
Mm-hmm.
us now. Like, there's not
Yeah.
stopping
Yeah.
us
Ain't no
now.
stopping. Ain't no
That
stopping us
song.
now. Yeah. Ain't no stopping us now. Yes. On the
I
move.
love that.
Yes.
Yes, I love that. Right. So that's
Mm-hmm.
exactly the feeling. Again, I know it's not all lovely and lovely, but trust me, it's like a vacuum. It's like somebody forgot about 2 weeks to best them. Like somebody said, okay, oh, I forgot, and we had this opportunity. So like we have no more excuses.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get out of the victim mode that we had. There was a lot of Piscean energy, a lot of victim mode. We now need to really get out of that and just use this to just put ourselves
Yeah.
out there, and we'll see what happens. You're gonna see it maybe in 9 months, lunar phase, family, after this new moon, whatever. Oh yeah, why am I saying this? Because we have a new moon in Gemini on Monday.
Right. Yes.
Set intentions.
And say
Set
it again.
intentions.
Set intentions. Set intentions.
Yeah,
That's it.
set intentions.
Hold on a minute.
So
Go
the
ahead.
new moon is happening on the
Mm-hmm.
26th, 11 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, late.
Um,
Okay. Okay.
yes. And we just before that, we're gonna have Mercury sextile Neptune as well. So that's excellent for our
Oh, it
imagination,
sure
for,
is.
for
Yes.
creation, for creative
Mm-hmm.
expression, this and that. Put yourself, guys, whatever you do, like each one of us in this world, all 9 billion of us have a Gemini house and an Aries house in our horoscope somewhere. These two houses are going to be lit up. It's going to be
Okay.
like being, like citadel.
Yes, like the ping pong. Yeah.
Yeah. Combine those two houses and see what do you want to do? Do you want to be seen? Do you want to express yourself? Do you want to be heard by your family, by your boss, by your partner, by your a bank or some financial institution? Maybe you need to write them a letter. Look, I want a lower interest rate. Who knows? If it's in your 8th house, why not?
Right.
Uh, if you want to, research something, if you want to get information, if you want to, I don't know, whatever you want to do in this world. Now it's time for everybody to know it as well. Because somehow the universe will help you and find a person who can help you, or find a situation, or you will be, but people need to know. So if you don't do anything, you won't lose anything, but it's a shame not to use this energy to actually make something. It's very rare. It's very beautiful. So you have the weekend to make a plan. Set intentions on Monday.
Got it.
Wednesday, and then you move forward from Thursday, Friday with the crescent moons. You just go and send those invitations out.
Yes.
As Frank would say,
Yeah, I love that. Send the invitations out. Yes.
Yes, because I feel that you never know.
No.
Even this is your life. You never know what might happen. You wait to be ready. You're never gonna be ready.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. No,
so this Gemini is one of the best this year. The whole next 2 weeks, whatever you want to use, the good moons are going to be Gemini moon, and which is right away on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning. And then Leo moon that from next Friday, when we enter Leo moon, is going to be beautiful. Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week. We'll talk about it more on next Friday, but it's also going to be a great moon. Hard moons are going to be cardinal, Cancer moon, because it's squaring all this Aries energy. So those are a little bit of harder moons, while we have all this
air and fire. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's but this week. But then even so that's still going to be fine. Yeah. So maybe Wednesday afternoon and Thursday are going to be a little bit more harder, just because we have Cancer moon, and Cancer moon is kind of moody anyway.
It is. Yeah. It is a little bit of an emotional, more emotional kind of. Yeah. All over the place emotionally. Yeah.
Yeah. Because for this new moon on Monday, there is no water in the sky. None.
Oh. No
so it's all about air and fire, a little bit of earth, not even to mention just Uranus. So not even, like, it's not enough to ground us in that sense. So we need to, the only downfall of all this energy is if it stays in our head and we don't ground ourselves enough to actually do it.
To bring it out into the physical plane. Right.
Because we can overthink it. Oh my God, maybe this, maybe that. Who cares? If, like, first thing that comes to your mind, just go and see. Some will catch the, you need to catch the fish. Fishing. You're catching fish.
Okay.
So send those emails. So I would even suggest, so after this new moon, it's beautiful. On Tuesday we have Mercury also trine Pluto. That's beautiful for research. You can still kind of set intentions and make this research and think before you. But then when you get Leo moon next weekend, 30th, 31st, and 1st, then you need to go. Leo moons go. You need to brave. It's lovely. So next weekend, prepare yourself this weekend. Set intention on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then end of the week, next weekend, go and do it.
Okay.
That's my advice. This is literally step by step how, and just you can prepare all the drafts and then just send emails next weekend. Prepare your drafts, to prepare whatever you need to do. Make the list for the contact or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. Because it's Gemini, it's about putting the message out there in the world. It's about connecting to other people. Gemini is all about connections and people, and and it's connected with Aries. It's all about new things, new ideas, new people. You need to go and make new friends, make new
Yes.
connections.
Make new connections. Absolutely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gemini is all about choices as well. I was
Okay.
listening to Gregory about this new moon as well. So I would suggest, I would highly recommend to watch that video. She also says, it's about choices. Gemini's a lot of choices. So
Yes.
having the choice, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so this is a
Mm-hmm.
great opportunity because you have a choice. You can do whatever you want, actually. It's not
Mm-hmm.
limited, right? So there's like a lot of freedom. And sometimes freedom is not good because we don't do anything. So we need a
Right.
little bit of Saturn
You need some
to help
Saturn.
us.
We do need some Saturn. I know that personally. Yeah, I need some Saturn to help me structure, focus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So so Pam Gregory, she said that all this energy that's coming up is going to help us be more aware of some unconscious things. We're going to bring them to our consciousness,
Oh,
especially
good.
with. So I kind of I like that, but that's why you need information. You need to knowledge. You need to research to get that
Mm-hmm.
awareness, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's what Gemini is all about: getting the information, putting the information out, spreading the news, spreading the things, right? Yeah, so it's a playful energy. Geminis are just like butterflies, right? They literally go here and there. So be a butterfly, just
Yeah.
dance around.
And at our best,
uh,
we like that kind of mode. Yes. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. So everybody who has any placements between 3 and 9 degrees of mutable signs, Geminis, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, is going to be more personal. Like for example, I have Moon Mercury conjunction 2 degrees Gemini, so it's close enough for me, let's say,
Yeah.
um, for this new moon. Then we're gonna have the lunar family. The first quarter is gonna be February 24th, 2026. Full moon is gonna be 24th of November, 2026, and it's gonna close in August 24th, 2027. So this is like a
Okay.
longer 2 year period for longer plans, longer projects that you wanna
Got it.
initiate now, set
Okay.
intentions. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, what else? Yeah, so air and fire I already mentioned. So it's about motivation and inspiration. Oh, the Sabian symbol, which is funny.
Yes. Oh, I
It's
like the Sabian symbol.
the
Yes.
Sabian symbol says it's an old-fashioned well.
Old fashioned what? What?
Well, you get the
Well.
water. Well,
Oh, well.
you know
Okay.
how you
Yeah.
get
You pump
the
the water. Yeah.
bucket
Okay.
and the rope, and you get the
Yes.
water. So it says
Okay.
trusting in life and relying upon nature.
Okay.
I had to contemplate on this one. I didn't get it from the first. Then I thought maybe, you know what? If you so we have to trust and have faith that all this is going to end up good. Like there's no space I feel for doubt. Like there's
Ah.
always somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yes. Okay.
you're always going to have kind of the things that we need. Like we need water to live, so there's always going to be water. So we don't have to worry about water, for example, but we can go and have faith and ask for more
Yeah.
than just what we need.
Yeah.
That's what I
It's
made,
like the wellspring of life. There's of the universe.
right?
There's not. There's enough for everyone to have what they want. There's not a lack. If I get
Yes,
doesn't mean you won't get. Doesn't mean I took
yes,
your share.
yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like it's abundance for everybody. Like if you have it, doesn't mean somebody else won't have it
Won't
just
have it
because you
because you
have
have it. Yes, exactly. And that's why I think a lot of us feel it's like, oh, they're getting so much. They're taking my share. It's- Yeah.
it. So have faith that it's enough, that there's enough for everyone.
Yeah, and there is. The universe is abundant. It's infinite. This, yeah.
Yeah,
That's very good.
like
Yeah. I
yeah.
think that would help a lot of us in our time of anxiety right now and anxiousness and seeing lack be uh, sent to us in the media all the time. There's not going to be enough, not enough on the shelves, that we have enough. And we have enough knowledge to deal with whatever we have.
It's all propaganda, guys. They want to make when they put fear into us, they can control
Control us.
us.
Yes. Yes,
Number
indeed.
one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Manipulation in the
Mm-hmm.
best ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was I have a 5-year-old at home who wants to know everything. So I'm also philosophizing about life as well. We were looking about the book about planet Earth, and there's like a life cycles of Earth, and what was first, and then we looking bacteria and then organisms, and he goes, oh, he goes, oh, so you mean humans were bacteria? I said, no, humans didn't exist here. So he goes, how is bacteria alive? Like, he has all these questions. I'm like, oh my God.
Yes.
Thinking, we reading this book. Actually, we don't know how life came to
No,
Earth.
we really don't know. We don't. No, we don't.
Scientists cannot agree. Was it a
No.
meteor who brought some kind of water, or was it whatever? So this book says that there's like a meteor came here. There was like some water, which is interesting. There was organic water came into this Earth, and then how it's all started. So isn't that interesting? That water
Could be
gives
it.
us life. But some other theories are that the sun came, and from the sun. Anyway, we need both. We need sun and water. Anyway,
Dogs sure do.
I'm philosophizing, but I'm thinking we always going to have that.
Yes. Yes.
That's why I was thinking about it. So anyway. What else? Oh yeah, what else is happening this week? Yeah, so the tough days could be the tougher days Wednesday afternoon, and Thursday, maybe Friday morning. Those could be the tougher days.
Okay.
Everything else, yeah, this weekend can be a little bit tougher just because moon is in Taurus, but after the new moon, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning, and then Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday next week. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful days. Yes, I would use maybe Tuesday to initiate, or next Sunday, next Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, or this Tuesday to actually initiate something. If you need to do something before, and because we have to all work and live every day, so you don't wait for the perfect moment. But you can still do it Tuesday.
Say those dates again. Next.
So good dates are Monday afternoon, the whole Tuesday, Wednesday morning until 9 a.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
And then a couple of days of, because it's morning, when moon is in Cancer, it's going to be a little bit harder. And then again, Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday. That's Saturday 31st and June 1st. Those are the great days.
Oh, okay. Good.
Days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Overall, we have a beautiful week ahead. What do you feel, Georgia? What do you feel about this, everything that is happening right now?
I think we're at a transition point. So we've had so much since January, and since winter, spring, so much going on, Jasmina, and so much in the world stage, and probably in our own lives, that I think right now we're at. I think we're even past the state of overwhelm. I think we're at a state of now integrating a lot of things, and our systems are now learning to, or are actually embarking upon how we can still move forward individually in a beneficial and productive way, regardless of what's going on around us, because that's going to go on around us. We don't have control over that. But what we can control or influence, maybe not even control, but have a direct influence upon, let's focus on that. So I think we're in a place right now, I know for me, where I'm sort of like restructuring. I'm saying, okay, I had so much attention on some other things, whatever, some moving parts. Now, okay, let me see, let me use my energy in a wiser way. That's Saturn. Let's use your resources in a focused, measured way, and to get things started. Aries. And then we still have Neptune. So, but also don't forget to dream. Don't forget to actually use some of that energy to put your dreams in place. Don't be so bogged down. Yeah, we got to take care of the day to day, but still take some time to dedicate to your dream and what you want to see. Because with the old coming down, the old is coming down, we need to bring in dream in the new and weave that into the new fabric of the world.
I was thinking all of this Aries and Gemini is we need to speak up as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And yeah, I think it's time that we, people say, "Oh, who's going to listen to me?" Or "What do I have to say?" Or nobody cares. No, we need to, if, as individuals, if we all speak up,
Yeah.
our truth, and what do we want, and this is enough, or that is, it's going to be loud.
Hmm. And I think we're
So
seeing that. I think I know in this
yeah,
country we're
yeah,
seeing that. People are saying, okay, it's time to speak up. People aren't really saying, oh no, no one's gonna listen to me. People aren't caring. People are speaking up and saying what I gotta say. And
yeah,
I don't give a rat's about who cares about what I say or not. I have to say what I have to say. And I think
yeah,
that's empowering, and that will, in and of itself, influence the control and make us feel like we do have some control over what we um, can bring into the world and how we deal with what's in the world right now.
yeah. I'm just feeling when you set intentions this time for this new moon, you can also set intentions uh, about the world you want to live in. Like what is the message? What do you have to say? Not just about you or what you want to achieve, but what do you want to say about the world you want to live in as well?
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
because I think it's a new world kind of coming anyway with this all this with Saturn Neptune conjunction in Aries. Like it's something it's brewing, it's coming. This is we can't. There's no turning back
No,
point now.
no, no.
Something is
Mm-mm.
happening. It's coming anyway. So what is your vision for that as
Yeah.
well? Pluto is in Aquarius, right? It's a transformation of the society. What kind of society you want to live in? How you envision the future?
Hmm. It's important, especially with Neptune. We are responsible. We have to be accountable and responsible for what we want to see in the world. Not look to government, not look to your neighbor. What do you want to bring? What do you want to see? I mean, yes, that there are some connections that we have that we all want to see, but do your part and actually actively contribute and dream about it. And do more than dream. That's why we have Aries involved. That's why we have Saturn. Then actually put some structure around that dream and see how you can actually, little by little, initiate it, put it into practice.
And,
And that's, what I see I'm doing. Yes, it's overwhelming. That's
yeah.
one thing I want to put, because a lot of this talk sounds nice, but sometimes, and yes, it is overwhelming. Do it in little steps, little increments.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
do it little by little. Take a breather, and then acknowledge what you've done. Do a little bit more, because the world is not built over. It's not coming down all at once. Thankfully, and it won't be rebuilt, or not even rebuilt. It won't be built anew all at once. It's going to take time for us to institute new platforms and new ways of doing things that we all can sort of agree upon.
Yeah. And now that you mentioned also about looking at neighbor and other things, that's very important because we don't have time. That's the Aries energy. Aries, when he wants to win, he goes. He doesn't care. Like he just goes and runs, and he's the fast. They're
Yes,
sprinters, right?
right.
He doesn't have time to look around. He's
Hmm.
focused. Like this is the Saturn in Aries also giving us this focus to run the sprint. And when you run sprint, you don't have time to look around because you're gonna fall.
Yeah.
Every time you stop and look, you fall.
Right. Oh, go off course. Yeah, you
You
go
know what
off
I'm
course
saying?
for sure.
Or you go, yeah.
Hmm.
uh, and I learned so much from my kid. I have to mention him again because I'm learning from him. I'm watching him grow. You learn.
Hmm.
He's preparing the music recital. He has his music and they have
Okay.
recital. So he plays the sticks. This guy plays the trumpet, something I don't know. Anyway, and I see when it's his time, he looks what the other guy does. And I always tell him, forget about other kids, listen to the music, and when you hear your time, and then you do it, right?
Right.
And I'm thinking, I'm telling this to him, but I need to do that as well because sometimes I also get lost. And, oh, what is this astrologer doing? What is that astrologer doing? Maybe I should
Yes.
talk about this. Maybe I should
Yes.
talk about that. No, no, no,
Yes.
no.
No.
Focus on
Yeah.
what your plan is. Because because he's also Gemini. I think when looking at him, this the Gemini distraction energy, right? So it's
Hmm.
like, oh, and then you question yourself, am I doing this right? Because this person is doing it differently. But
Yes.
who tells you that that person is doing it right?
Exactly. We're all different. We're all unique
Right?
representations of the divine. So we won't be doing things the same. I mean, there are certain
Yes.
similarities, you
Yes.
know, and I see certain similarities, but then I've learned to appreciate and relish the uniqueness that we all bring. We're such unique signatures. That's why we don't have the same fingerprints,
Yeah,
the same,
fingerprints. Yeah, yeah.
the same DNA. I
Same
mean, we have,
charts. We have the
yes,
same
same charts,
charts.
the same charts. You could be born the same day. Twins don't have the same
No,
chart. So I
no,
said, okay, so that takes a little bit of pressure off of, what we call the looky loose.
right? No,
The look,
it's good to have to find, like, there's a time
yes, yes,
to look for inspiration. That's
right,
different. So but when you're into something and doing something, then forget about inspiration. Looking, that time is gone.
yeah,
I mean,
yes,
there is time. Sometimes you just wonder and you look for inspiration, and that's different.
yeah,
But when you're doing something, there's no time to look around anymore. You're into that and forget it. That's different
yeah,
zone.
yeah.
So
Honor your process.
yeah,
Honor your
yeah.
process.
I
And the fact that your downloads, your connection to the divine matrix, honor that because it
yeah.
will be different than anyone else's, and that's fine. It's nothing different,
I mean,
So,
Saturn in Aries on the negative side can bring more fears because we're
oh,
gonna
I
be
see.
afraid
Yeah,
to do something,
right.
right? So there's
Yeah, it
like
could
a
be. Yes,
right. There's like
good.
a fear to do
I'm
something, and
glad you brought
oh,
that up. Mm-hmm.
then you just don't do anything. So there's not. It's not. I mean, Saturn is always a test. So think about him as a teacher. So and you have a test every time he goes through one of the houses in your chart. That house is on test,
You're right.
and you need to be smart not to fail the test. And how are you going to fail the test? You just do what it needs to be done. Do your work, and then
Yes.
you're going to pass the test at the end. But
Right.
don't do the shortcuts. Don't make Saturn mad.
Yes.
Don't.
Yes. Don't
So,
make Saturn mad.
so
Yeah. Don't.
yeah, I think he's testing our courage. He's
Yeah.
testing,
Yeah.
can we be ourselves, or
Mm-hmm.
are we just sheep that are run around?
Yes. Yes. And I think I think we've been sheep, and
That's
this
what
is
I'm
not
saying.
sheep
So
energy. We're not
yeah.
sheep energy anymore.
So
Mm-mm.
now, to prove him wrong, we need to be ourselves every day for the next 3 years while he's in Aries
Okay.
to prove him that we are not afraid, that we are to be our authentic selves.
Good.
That's how he's going to reward us at the end.
Okay.
That's the only way. That's how I feel it, right?
Excellent. Yeah. No, I
He
think
was
that's
testing
good.
our
Mm-hmm.
beliefs. He was
Yes.
testing our beliefs
Yes.
last 3 years.
Yeah.
What do you believe in? He was testing that. Our
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
spiritual strength.
Yes.
He was testing a bunch of stuff. Are we going to break down with all these changes that happen in the world? Is it going to break you? Is it going to break you or make you? That's what he was doing the last 3 years,
Good.
right?
Okay.
And we made it. We
Yes.
didn't get broken. So that's what I'm
Yes.
saying. So next phase, okay, now you didn't get broken, but now can you survive? Aries is a survival. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm going through the
Yes.
bushes, Mashera, and every day. So the next 3 years, every day we're going through the bushes in Mashera, and we don't know what's going to be on the other side.
I
It's going to
know.
be a jungle,
It's true.
or it's going to be
Yes.
a sea with a beautiful view. But
Yeah.
you're still
Yes.
going, right? That's how I see it. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I
Um,
think that's a good place to conclude our talk for today. Is to see,
yes,
what do you want to do? Let's I think we have a lot of exciting opportunities in front of us right now, and we did a lot of work these last few months. So now we can use this little bit of, even as a short, quiet interlude, to do some things, set our sights on the future, and get to work.
I
Get
have
to
some
work.
notes. I have some notes here that I put down from different astrologers. I don't know who said what, but I have. Okay, I'm pulling all these notes.
Okay.
So it says, connect to inner child, have fun being courageous.
Yes. Oh, good.
Uh, uh, so it's a daring energy. So
Mm.
Saturn is daring you. So very interesting. Commit to pushing yourself to be your personal best, because you need to master. Saturn is also a master of
Mm-hmm.
things. So how are you going to master to be your best version of yourself? That's very
Okay.
interesting. How to structure dreams into form.
Mm-hmm.
Courage to love yourself, to put yourself first.
Yes.
It takes
Yes.
courage
It does.
in order to know your strengths. So you need to put yourself first in order to know your strengths, to know your individuality, and to become mature.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is a way of moment. Aha, the moment of victory is yeah. So I think this is what Frank Clifford said. I don't know who he quoted, but it says the moment of victory. He quoted somebody else, but I don't know, I forgot. So he said that, but he quoted some lady who said it. That lady said the moment of victory is way too short to pursue only that moment.
Mm. Very good. I like that.
Isn't that
Yeah,
beautiful?
that is. It is.
You can't, because it's too short.
Yeah.
You need to you need to enjoy the journey. That's the whole point. You need to,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
otherwise, that just that moment of victory, like with it's not enough. It's gonna
Right.
pass, and
Mm-hmm.
then what? I
Right.
like that. Anyway, those are some notes that I pulled together, and I wanted to share with you guys.
Okay. Well, I think this is good for today.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, JeMaja, for everything.
yes.
This was
Have
beautiful.
and you
Have
have
a
a good
great week.
weekend. And I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to experiencing. I want to be aware for this Saturn moving into Aries. I want to be aware for
Okay.
that energy. I want to feel that because that's major.
Yeah.
It's a major
It's,
transition there. Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot. A lot of planets are changing. Sign, new moon, everything. Lots of things are happening. So, um, anyway, good luck with everything. Happy new moon.
Happy new moon. Yep.
Saturn ingress. Happy Mercury ingress.
That's right. Happy Gemini birthdays and stuff. Yeah. We
Happy
got
Gemini's
Gemini
birthday.
month.
Yeah.
Gemini birthday month.
Yes. Today, I think it was like 5 people I said happy birthday to.
Yeah. It's like,
Very
yeah, it's a lot of, you get the May Geminis and then the June Geminis. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Thank you,
okay.
everybody. Thanks so much. Hugs and kisses.
Okay.
Have a
Same to
great
you.
weekend. Week. Talk soon.
Okay. See you Friday. Okay. Bye
Bye.
bye.